I wanted to start a new training module. Jansen must have been up late last night. He added 2 new features to HippoScribe. Let me show you what he added. And then I'm going to show you a couple examples of what I've been doing with the system. Um, Let me share the right screen. Here we go. Where are you? Okay, some tips and tricks. This is pretty cool stuff. So if you now log into HippoScribe, you're going to be greeted with a new recording documentation type. He's got an initial evaluation template, which we are still working on, a SOAP note template, which has always been there. We're going to have a progress report template, discharge summary template, and maybe one other one. The idea is when you click on that, you don't see anything different. But what happens is the AI will take your dictation, your video, keep that in mind, your video, or any information you put into the system, and it's going to drop that information into the associated template. So we're going to have a series of generalized templates. These templates are going to be built on Medicare required guidelines for documentation. So we're going to use Medicare as the backbone. Down the road, we might be looking at specific third-party payer guidelines based on published policy. But right now, the most important one for the most therapists is, what does Medicare require? What does Medicare recommend? And can we pull that information into it? The other thing, I'm going to grab my pen. The other thing that's super handy, this little link right here, it says upload recording. So if you're sitting in a situation where you don't have good Wi-Fi, you can't connect, you can't use your cellular data. If you record either audio or video that contains audio, later you can upload that recording. Now, there are some HIPAA privacy considerations. Obviously, if you're using an iPhone and your videos are recorded on the phone and you have storage to the cloud, that cloud might not be HIPAA compliant. So you just have to be aware that you're protecting the privacy with the data you have. But that little recording or upload button will allow you to upload information. And what I did with permission, let me clear that. What I did with permission from my good friend Damon. Damon is a great therapist up in the Michigan area. I created a transcription, I created a note from a video of a telehealth session that he had performed. I don't want to go show you that yet because I want to show you the chat feature within HippoScribe. So basically what happened, I uploaded the video. It was a 30-minute video. It had to be under 100 megabytes, no big deal. I uploaded the video. I allowed HippoScribe to process the video. Then it gave me a report. I think I used the SOAP note format, but I also tested the initial evaluation template. That's why I said we need to make a couple changes to that. And then what I did was I came into the chat feature, which is green right here. And what I said was, can you use the following format and transform the original treatment note into these categories? This includes required elements and optional elements from Medicare. I didn't say from Medicare. You can use each element as the title of the corresponding section. So I pasted from a checklist, and I'm going to give you guys access to that checklist, exactly what Medicare stated 2024, what Medicare stated is a required element of a treatment note, what Medicare stated is an optional element of a treatment note. And then what happens is the system went through, and you can see here the part that I love the most. It recognized from the transcript what fits into each category. It also recognized, oh, total timed code minutes, treatment minutes, is not explicitly mentioned. Now, they did mention laser therapy for 4 minutes, but they didn't give us each timed code intervention. And timed code treatment is CPT code 97110 therapeutic exercise, CPT code 97140 manual therapy. We need to know, based on Medicare published guidelines, the required element is how many total minutes of manual therapy, how many total minutes of therapeutic exercise. That wasn't stated, so the system couldn't derive that information. Total treatment time in minutes. That is a required element based on Medicare policy. That was not stated in the video, so we have no idea. The system can't pull it up. So what this does is it allows me to create an internal audit system that takes the content that was recorded, judges it, rates it. I don't have a scoring system yet, but we will. And then it prompts me to say, we need to satisfy this Medicare requirement. This is great for clinicians that are just getting used to this kind of AI software. This is great for students who are trying to learn how to do documentation. This is great for new hires. I don't know about you guys. I've owned a private practice since 2002, not 2022, 2002. And I know that every time I hire a new therapist, they come with bad habits. They come with baggage that I need to get rid of. This is a great way to get everybody on the same page. So these are some pretty cool features. Now, drawback, and this is part of the privacy issues that we need to understand. As soon as I navigate away from this, I am going to lose this information, but that's okay because I already showed it to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and show you the raw report. And so you can see here, we use the SOAP note format. You have your subjective findings that it pulled directly from the video audio. We have our objective findings, we have our assessment, and we have a plan. We are still doing the hard work to improve what is included in the plan. I think the plan is kind of a weak spot for this kind of documentation, but no big deal. You know, this is something that is just going to get better with time. So if you guys have any questions about this, absolutely let me know. My objective here is really to focus on figuring out how we streamline operations, how we implement and develop the right workflows to optimize the capacity of this tool. Because if we can figure it out, then everything else becomes easy. I'll catch you guys on the next video.